Hello shooters, old Sawtooth here, and I'm actually a little giddy, like a young man, to show you the gun that I'm going to show you today. Um, this is the Beretta slash Wilson Combat 92G Brigadier Tactical. So, for those of you that were alive in the 80s and 90s, you'll notice the um, striking silhouette that was in a lot of those old action movies, and that would be of the Beretta 92. So this is a new iteration of that old warhorse, and what they did was Wilson Combat got a hold of these and pretty much jazzed them up to their specifications. So again, the reason I was giddy about this is because Jean-Claude Van Damme used to use the Berettas. Mel Gibson in Lethal Weapon, and my favorite Christmas movie, Die Hard, John McClane was using that, or Bruce Willis using the old 92. So fantastic guns, and like I said, Wilson Combat just essentially took a battle-proven gun and made it, in my eyes, better. So for those of you familiar with the old 92s, you should see some things right off the bat that are different. The olive drab grips with the Wilson Combat logo in there. Got the accessory rail here. Wilson Combat logo. Wilson Combat logo on the slide. Okay. Got the skeletonized hammer. Now, also the internals. Wilson Combat's worked over the internals, and the double action on this, in my mind, is a ton better than just your standard Beretta 92. Also, you'll see on the single action, the reset's a little bit shorter, and just a crisp trigger press at the end there. So they really tuned that up well. Okay, another thing they did was on the old 92s, they have a decocker slash safety. So what you would do is you put it around in the chamber, you'd hit the decocker and then leave it on safety. Then when you drew it, you'd have to use your thumb to take the safety off and then go through your double action pull. Okay. But what Wilson Combat did is they made this thing essentially just a decocker only. So they put another return spring in there. So you hit that and it comes right up. And then your heavy double action is your safety. Now, a lot of people these days like to give the double single action guns a lot of grief because Glocks only have one trigger pull and M&Ps only have one trigger pull, all that stuff. And guys complain that with these you have to learn 2 trigger pulls because you have the heavy double action. And to that I say it's just a training issue. If you can't figure it out, it's not the gun's fault. And you'll see from some of the shooting videos we got coming up that the double action was no problem at all. Okay, so a few of the other options they've got on here, they have the big steel magazine release, and that's oversized a little bit. Okay, they've also got different sights on here. Got a tritium front sight that's dovetailed in there. And let me see if I can get this so you can see a good sight picture. There we go. And they also got the Wilson Combat rear U-notch battle sights. So again, really cool that they were able to get this and jazz it up. I think it's awesome. I was so excited to shoot it. If I'm honest, guys, it's big. It is not a everyday carry type of gun. It's more of a sit on the nightstand sort of gun with a light on it or a laser, whatever you want. But I will let you know it is also IDPA stock service pistol approved and USPSA production division approved. So you can compete with this thing, and in my eyes, you do just fine. So again, the Wilson Combat slash Beretta 92G Brigadier Tactical, really fun gun and a really cool take on an old classic. Old Sawtooth here. The Brigadier Tactical Beretta from Wilson Combat. We're just going to shoot this thing a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to go to decock so we get that good double single action draw. Whoa. Wow, Wilson Combat does a great job of tuning that up. Fantastic. I actually rode the slide stop a little bit so it didn't go to slide lock, but fantastic. If you guys have a chance to send your Berettas off to Wilson Combat, I suggest you do, because that turned this old warhorse into a wonderful, wonderful gun. Let's get fancy. We're at about the max that we can go in the range that we've got today. We're at about 30 yards. So we're just going to do some long, well, not quite long range, but some longer range shooting with this. I doubt you guys will be able to see it in the video, but you'll hear it.
B2, C2, A1, B1, back up, C1, A2, B2, move to cover, C1. There you go, back it up, BA1.
Empty.
Empty.
Amazing gun. What they've done with it is literally remarkable. So if you guys get a chance to get your hands on one of these, please do.